So we just started a new book of the Bible in our reading plan today, and it's the book of Judges. The book of Joshua kind of culminates, and Joshua reminds the Israelites, the Jews, of God's faithfulness. And then we open up Judges, and just a little reaction and kind of some thoughts going forward. And what Judges is all about is of the books of the Bible, if you ask me, and just quickly off the top of my head, I'd say Judges records, or as a whole, is the most disturbing and records the greatest amount of failure of any book. Maybe Second Kings. There's parts of some of the prophets like Jeremiah and Ezekiel that track some really dark stuff. But Judges is not a book of a happy good news. And sometimes in Christianity, we have treated it, I think, incorrectly, right? Because we've talked about some stories in Judges, like the story of Gideon and Samson and Deborah and things like that, yes, there is stories of victory, but overall, it's a story of people failing. God has called his people to be unique in the way they care for each other and the people around them. And in that regard, the book of Judges records failure. God says, be different in the way that you treat each other. And overall, the people are the same. They adopt the practices, and it's dark stuff, and you're going to read it. And I think it's important, too, because sometimes we think of the Bible as an inspired holy book, right? Inspired by God, and I believe that is true. But it also records real human activity, real human behavior and human events. And we're going to see a lot of that. And it's going to be disturbing if you're reading with young people. You might have to have some difficult conversations because it records violent, abusive stuff. And I think it's good to be able to have that conversation, to put it in the light of a God who is holy and righteous and just, and explain, if you're having a conversation with a young person, listen, the Bible records the truth, and the truth is that even people that are called by God, that God says, I want to dwell among you, I want to use you, even people that are in relationship, right, and in proximity to God, are capable of doing horrible, heinous things, and we see that here in the book of Judges. But ultimately, it's looking forward to a king coming, and I believe that king is Jesus, and this is part of the story, and it's a part that is, some parts are interesting. There's a lot of exciting dialogue and stuff like that, but there's also some very disturbing content. So I hope that you are enjoying. I hope you're praying through and being blessed by the Psalms as well. Keep reading Scripture. Have a wonderful day.